at the various condition when we perform the student t-test. So in the first condition, we want to perform the t-test is in the first condition we are testing the significance of the mean of a random sample. For this, the t statistics is x bar minus mu upon s upon under root n. S is here standard deviation for the sample, which is s equal to under root summation x minus x bar whole square upon n minus 1. X bar is the mean of the sample, mu is the mean of the population, n is the sample size, and s is the standard deviation of the sample. The degree of the freedom in this case is n minus 1, and the confidence interval for the significance level alpha is denoted by Ci equal to x bar plus minus t alpha multiplying by s upon under root n. Now we see that second case. In the second case, when we want to test the difference between means of the two samples, in this case there are the two samples which are the independent. So in this case the t statistics will be t equal to x1 bar minus x2 bar upon under root s1 square upon n1 plus s2 square upon n2. Here x1 bar equal to mean of the first set of values, x2 bar equal to mean of the second set of values, s1 and s2 are the standard deviation of the first and second set of values respectively, and n1 and n2 are the number of values in the first and second set respectively. In this case, the degree of freedom is n1 plus n2 minus 2, and the confidence interval will be Ci equal to x1 bar minus x2 bar plus minus t alpha multiplying by under root s1 square upon n1 plus s2 square upon n2. Now we will see the third case. In the third case, when the data is the dependent, or we can say there are the paired observations exist. In this case, the t statistics will be d bar upon s upon under root n, and here the standard deviation will be s equal to under root summation of d minus d bar whole square upon n minus 1. D is the difference between the paired observations, and the d bar is the mean of the differences, s is the standard deviation of the differences, and n is the size of the sample. In this case, the degree of the freedom is n minus 1, and the confidence interval is d bar plus minus t alpha into s upon under root n. Now we will understand the concept with the help of the example. Now first of all we will see the example of the first case. Here there is a manufacturer of the LED bulbs claims that the bulbs have the mean life 20 months. The mean life of the bulb is given, so the population mean is given, mu is the 20 months. A randomly selected sample of the 7 bulbs is taken which have the mean life in months 19, 21, 25, 16, 17, 14 and 21. So there is a sample is drawn from the population. The number of values in the sample is 7, and the values of the sample are given. So first at all we have to test the producer's claim at the 5% level of the significance. So what is the claim of the manufacturer? The manufacturer claiming that the bulb has the mean life 20 months. So this will be our null hypothesis. And in the second case we have to find the 95% confidence limit for the population mean, and in the third case we have to find the 99% confidence limit for the population mean, and we also interpret the results. So now we see that what is the given data. The population mean is 20 months, sample size is 7, level of significance is given 5%, at which we have to test the null hypothesis. So what is the null hypothesis? Mu equal to x bar So we can say that there is no difference in the population mean and in the sample mean. It means the claim of the producer is right. And what will be the alternative hypothesis? That will be just opposite to the null hypothesis. Mu is not equal to x bar, right? Now we can calculate the sample size x bar from the data which is given for the sample. The x bar will be equal to 19, and the standard deviation we will find out with the help of the formula. For the standard deviation for the sample, under root xi minus x bar whole square upon n minus 1. X bar here 19, and when we put the values in the formula, we will get the result as equal to 3.7. Now we come to the first point A. We have to test the t statistics. Now the t statistics in this case is xy minus mu upon s upon under root n. The mu bar is 19, the x bar is 19, the mu is 20, the value of s is 3.7 and value of the n is 7. Now the calculated value of the t is 0.716. The degree of freedom in this case is n minus 1, so this is the 6. So at 5% significance level, the t is equal to 0.05, which is 2.447, which can be calculated with the help of the t table. At the significance level 5%, while the degree of the freedom is 6. Okay, we can easily see what is the value of the t in this case. Now we open the t value table. Here is the t value table. You can use any table which is given the t value. So for the 5% significance level and the degree of the freedom where is the 6, the t value is 2.447. Okay, now we see that the t calculated is less than the t tabulated. So we can see that we have to accept the null hypothesis. So H naught is accepted. So we can say that there is no difference between the sample mean and the population mean. Or we can say that the life of the valve claim of the producer is correct. So what was the producer was claiming? The producer was claiming that the average life of the valve is 20 months, which is found right in this case.